Yeah, I could see that being
typically
a big,
there's
like probably one of the main issues that happens.
yeah. Well, there's like a clear film over. With most electronics, you get a new TV or something, you got to peel off. So it's got that over it. But what happens is we go and we install the camera, and then you think you're done, so you peel the bubble off. And then next thing you know, like, hey, this camera doesn't work. We got to go take it down and fucking do whatever to it. And now next thing you know, you got hand marks all over it. And it's just one of those part of the job thing.
But that's the fucking tightest. That's like what people join the military in the Navy to do. Is like just play with those fucking joysticks and like play around on drones and shit.
Practice like following people. Like it's actually really hard. I mean, they make it as easy as they can because these programs are designed to make it easy for the users that work at these casinos or these secure facilities to be able to track people and whatever. But it definitely takes some practice to be able to follow along and get your speed right because they can move really fast.
People compared to the camera?
Well, the cameras will move really fast, so you'll oversteer and then have to go back.
Like with the old ones,
they were probably really slow.
Yeah, they were like.
And there's probably a really bad delay too. I'm sure.
At a normal walking pace, like you would be off camera and gone before like people weren't catching you on camera unless they caught your face. There was no way they were finding you and getting your license plate back in the day.
See, nowadays.
With the Nest cams, I can only because that fucking Nest cam, you see the image on it. It's
probably like
damn near seeing the house at the same time. What the fuck? It's got rear mirrors on the shit. Like, you see the window and the dog playing in the window and the door. And it's like this thing's right next to the fucking door. My fisheye isn't even that.
Doesn't have you guys got a Nest like over at the
No, I've just seen footage of like people getting caught, like porch thieves and shit like that. And I'm like. You see every fucking thing. I'm like, what the fuck? You see the whole neighborhood with it too. Like it's real crisp, even all the way out to the edges. I'm like, what the fuck are they using? It's a dot. I got a giant lens on this camera, and it doesn't have near that kind of fucking clarity when it comes out to the edges. I bet it doesn't. People watch it on YouTube, but they're like, damn.
You ever seen like the fishbowl lenses? Maybe that's not what they're called, but it's like a big. It's almost like a big flat plate. Almost, it's like so huge and curved. And then on the backside, it's just like flat, and it screws into your camera or whatever.
The big, the ones for
like on the Dragons,
like the real cameras, and they got the fucking huge one on there. Yeah,
I've seen some VXs too with like really fat,
super fat one on it. I would love to have something like that. I would fucking just to play with it for a day, and 2 years ago, if you would have said that to me, I would have been like, doesn't matter, just give me a camera. Like, I was using any camera I could find, but now that I understand cameras a little bit, I'm like, oh, this thing has some special shit to it that like, I wouldn't even had any kind of love for it before it.
Check. Yes, sir.
Just getting in the fucking info.
Which mic you want me to use? Matter?
Either, probably that one. Actually, either one of them should be good because they're both running into the same channel on your side.
Kind of have to lean to that one though. Just a little room mic.
Yeah, we'll just add that in your room. Add you up on that. You seem to have been doing pretty good. I'll listen back to them. And I usually have this one over just so when we do these, I can check and make sure that it's like run playing and all that.
Where do you post these at?
So it should get posted on Facebook, SoundCloud, YouTube, and then I'll post the video version on YouTube later.
Nice.
With the way the camera fucked up the last time, I only have like a really small section of like the 30-minute talk that we did, so there's no video on that one. That's what I'm making up for. People are going to get an extra before the live show video audio of just us on here. And that's also going to be like the clip that I'll put up on OnlyFans.
We got an OnlyFans?
Yeah, they must drive me nuts on OnlyFans.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's where I'm gonna, try to send people to get some of like the behind the scenes kind of content and the shit that they can only get in like very minimal areas. And we are back to you. We are back with Drew. Hell yeah, we're back again doing the podcast thing.
Yes,
I hope you guys are tuning in. I'm gonna try to get this link and send it to a couple of the people. So how are you doing today, Drew? You want to tell the people how you're doing while I send some of these links out?
Yeah, of course. I'm doing all right. It is really cold outside.
It's fucking freezing outside. Yeah.
I kind of realized it this morning. It was kind of the first morning that I had a solid like ice sheet on my windshield when I woke up.
My porch was like I went to go take a piss because I got to walk into the house and damn near fucking ate the shit sliding off of my porch. I was
right
not expecting. Yeah, it was not. It was all ice on that wood, and I was not expecting it. I just like take a step, not looking down.
Yeah, that same thing happened. I was walking through a parking lot today, and I walked across like a freshly painted crosswalk. I mean, not like freshly painted, like I fucked up the paint, but
no, but like
it's just clean. You know,
yeah,
it hasn't been traveled on much. It's new construction,
and so it's got like that nice sheen to it, where it's got some gloss.
And it even has these little like grippy things. They clearly didn't work though, because I stepped on that and I had one of those where I caught myself, so I didn't go down, but I almost got hurt just like stopping myself from falling.
Yeah, just the catching yourself, like fucking pulling a muscle.
Motion. Plus, I'm in work boots, and you know you can be like a total ninja. You can have like it doesn't matter when you're wearing work boots. It just messes it all up. Like wearing skate shoes, for example, I can like I could jump. I could do like a box jump like you never seen. But put the work boots on and I try to jump up something that's like a foot, and you got to do the whole like and like throw your whole self up, and it's just like, gee, where did all my agility go? As soon as you strap up those laces, like it's over.
Yeah, so I see you skate, you do crazy shit, and you got the balance for it. You see me skate. Now imagine how I walk. It's a bad thing. Like I'm stumbling all over the fucking place. I do trip over my own feet sometimes.
Yeah.
It is a serious problem. I have way longer feet than my feet should be.
Really?
I think. Personally. That's
so, like,
just
the balance is off, the weight distribution.
The weight distribution, like I'll go to take a step forward and I think I lifted my leg enough, and then I'll catch my toes and be like, oh, what the fuck? And just fall forward and then have to catch myself. And I have bad knees, so catching myself doesn't always work. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, dude, skateboarding will do that to you. I'm actually, what day is it? The second day, so I'll be 28 in 10 days. And let me tell you, man, I do not feel like I should be in as much pain as I am just by like going from sitting to standing. For a 28-year-old, like I gotta stand up, then I gotta chill for a second, and I gotta just let everything relax, because like I'll stand up, and if I stand up and I'm like in a hurry at work, because I try to like move pretty quickly and hustle when I'm at work.
Yeah.
And
I'll
stand up to like go and do something, and like I'll have like oh my god, my groin will be like super tight, and I gotta like it's like, what is going on? I do not. I don't remember like my cool uncles being in pain when they were,
It's fact.
when they were my age now, doing all their crazy stuff they were doing, like.
And they did, from my understanding, my uncles did at least a third of the drugs I did. So, how is it that then most of them still to this day, like my uncle kind of does what you do. He works up at the at a casino, unnamed casino, and he does a lot of all the electrical for him. And he's fucking, I think 40, in his mid-40s now. And I don't really, like his back, because he slipped his back when he worked on the docks in Seattle years ago. He like tried to catch something that was way too heavy and it slipped a disc. He's had back problems since. But
that's so scary that it can just happen at any time, and it's like, well, now this is happening for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I think he was in his late 20s, probably.
Yeah, man,
a couple years ago. Like when I was in my late 20s, it would have been like 3 or 4 years ago. is when, and then I would have back problems now ever since. I mean, I have my own problems, but I would have those back problems, and I don't want those back problems because I've seen this dude just like have to stop everything for his back season up. Can't breathe.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Yeah, that'll happen too, and it'll, especially like having your back tensed up and stuff and being that stiff. I could definitely see how that would make it hard to breathe, like hard for your lungs to do their thing. Plus, I mean, that's like, I'm sure that for some people, like imagine that happening and then all of a sudden like you get hit with a panic attack because of that or something, you know? And now it just like compounds the situation.
That's why he quit. He used to smoke weed, right? Mm-hmm. He quit smoking weed because he had to stop for a little while. And then when he smoked again for the first time, he ended up having like a real bad panic attack. And that was it. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, I also haven't quit after smoking for a long period of time. I've had to quit for like a couple days or something like that. For tests and stuff like that, sleep studies and shit. And that was difficult in itself, just because I'm definitely a more irritable person. Just because I'm bipolar, this helps. People say
level you out.
It helps with the leveling out.
Mm-hmm.
I have other medications that somewhat help, but not to the same degree as like being able to really cognitively think about what I'm about to say before I say it.
Yeah.
For some reason, I have a harder time doing that when I'm not stoned. When I'm not stoned, it's just whatever's in my head's coming out, and it just starts blaring out. And then when people don't understand me, I get frustrated. Mm-hmm. I'm like, fuck it, I can't stop it. It's just too much. And then I freak out at everything and everybody, and it's a bad thing. And that's something that I've noticed. I try to work on it. And so, like, I'll go spouts with, like, trying not to smoke very much. And deal with people that I know would have to, that would cause the kind of,
that
anger.
would put you in that spot.
Yeah, exactly. And try to deal with it as best as possible. So it's good little testing grounds every so often, which is nice, but still, I wish that I had complete and utter control. Like, I'm one of these people that believes that, like, I can do anything that I tell myself I can do, and it's frustrating when I can't.
Right.
Like, I really believe in, like, the mind over body. If somebody can lift a fucking truck that shouldn't have the ability to lift a truck, why can't I shoot fireballs out of my hands and go 9,000 power level, you know what I'm saying?
Over 9,000 even.
Yeah, I'm trying to break the whole boundary. I want that whole fucking radar just burst off your face. But it doesn't work for me all the time, and it's a fucking pain in the ass. Like, I've been trying to do the push-up thing. I've been trying to do 50 a day.
Okay.
I probably haven't hit 50 every single day.
Do you do them like in increments? Like I'll wake up, do 10 or do 15?
Yeah, so I get up and start off with 15. Like when I'm feeling, after I've smoked a little bit of weed and I've taken my medication and my body isn't like 100% just unable to move. I feel like the Tin Man. And even sometimes, like, I'll get in this mood where I'm like, fuck that, I'm gonna fucking go through the pain, I'm gonna feel the pain, I'm fucking, before I take and smoke and do anything, I'll get up and I'll just fucking try to push them out. Yeah.
For sure.
Most days aren't like that. Most days I don't have that. Like, I'll be like that in my mind, and then another part of my mind will take over. The bitch will take over and be like, nah, you don't want to do that. You want to go smoke, you have your coffee first.
And just chill, man.
Yeah. Relaxicate. It's totally fine.
The old devil on your shoulder.
I have those battles all the time. It's a problem. That's one reason I've been walking to the store a lot recently too, is trying to it helps with thinking and just like getting out and stretching the legs.
Absolutely.
And
plus just breathing air, feeling
fresh air.
That cold, crisp Pacific Northwest air hit you.
It is cold.
Dude, you know what? Speaking of, like, that's always one of my favorite things about flying home for work. Because since I happen to be working at home right now, but
yeah, you got a fucking kick-ass job.
For the most part, I'm out on the road.
You get to travel and shit.
So I'm through the airport a lot, but my favorite part about coming out of SeaTac is just getting hit by that cold,
crisp.
it's like, dude, it's so crisp and it's so fresh, because I'm always in like either California, like Southern California, or I was in New York for a long time.
Where the air is just fucking smog.
Places where it's just, yeah, exactly. It's like smogged up. California is so goddamn hot, and like, you know, the air is so dry, and it's just like brutal. And it's like you get used to it and stuff, but you still never forget that you got that cold, crisp, just like so fresh, the air, you know, as soon as you step off that plane. I've only unboarded a plane onto the runway, like onto the tarmac once. I don't know why. It was I don't know what determines, like maybe it's the size of the plane that you're on that determines where they land, but most of the time, you know, they dock up to the plane.
Yeah, and they get that big old fucking nozzle that comes out, and walkway.
And then they open the door and you all walk out there.
Takes fucking forever for them to set up. You're like, please wait in your seat. And I'm like, man, I'm already nervous on this fucking plane. Goddamn it.
Stay buckled. What are we gonna take off again?
Yeah, like what's going on? Is the ground gonna fall out? We're gonna fall down 20 feet? Like, what the hell is gonna go on that I need to be in my buckled seat, sitting here waiting for you to open the fucking door?
That's one thing that I'm glad that I don't have like anxiety about or anything is airplanes. I guess
my nuts fall out of my ass.
Truthfully, I get to the point where I'm like, just like, well, if something happens, I'm probably gonna die. So it's what it is, you know. Like honestly, I would probably, you know, it's one of those things that, as sort of macabre as it is to say or think about, like, I'd rather probably die than survive and just be like mangled.
Oh, for sure. For sure. See, but
I know that's easy to say, still being alive and all.
My biggest fear, though, is that I'm going to be because it's just my luck, that I will fall all 30,000 feet, break every fucking bone in my face, body, arms, legs, neck, every fucking thing. They'll be like, you shattered every bone. I'm good. And then, but you alive. And you go and be alive, but now you're a vegetable. And people are going to try to keep you alive. And I can't tell them, hey, kill me now. Let the Lord have me.
You know, I think technically you can, like, you can have papers drawn up or some sort of, maybe it's part of your will or something, but I'm pretty sure you can say, like, hey, DNR, like, do not resuscitate, or...
I definitely need to get that and just take my fucking shit and give the good parts to the people that need them.
Yeah.
You know, that want to live. Like, that's cool. Not that I don't want to live. I just don't want to die a certain way.
Yeah.
Like, free falling scares the shit out of me. I don't like free falling. It makes me feel like I'm gonna piss my pants and feel like a little bitch. I just don't like it. And so I don't want to die that. I'd rather drown. People are like, drowning's the worst way.
Well,
I'll go on fire too. I'm cool with that.
Say, like, drowning is like serene at a certain point.
I feel like, yeah, you're gonna have DMT drip.
Yeah. You get the DMT hit, and
all of a sudden you're just fucking like
land.
looking into fucking nothingness, and like you're already in heaven, like, because you're in space, basically a whole nother space. As soon as you get dark and deep enough, like, anything that you can still cerebrally take in is gonna just look like fucking magic.
Yeah.
So,
well, I've actually watched a lot of. There's this YouTuber. I think I shouted him out last time I was here or whatever. But Mr. Ballin.
Yeah.
I don't know if you check that guy out, but he does a lot of his videos are like the worst ways to die. Not the worst ways to die, but like he has series like.
Mr. Ball, he owns that skate shop shit, right? And he has the YouTube. He owns a skate shop too, and he does like the worst ways to die and like scary stories and shit like that.
Does he own a skate shop?
I think so, yeah. I've seen a couple of his.
He sounds like an ex-Marine guy.
Yeah. He's
really?
an ex-Marine, and he owns a skate shop in his town.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's what I was like. What the fuck? I just so happened to stumble across a video he was talking about his skate shop that he owns, and like that's like on the hat that he wears all the time, but it's usually backwards in most of his videos. So yeah, I'm subscribed to that dude. He's fucking tight. Shout out to Mr. Ballin. You dope.
Yeah, I think I watched all the videos, and now I just autoplay them all again.
Dude,
nice. Well, the cool thing is I got YouTube Premium, or not YouTube. YouTube Red.
Yeah, it's premium now.
Red.
No, it's premium now.
Well,
you're right.
Back in my day,
it was red when we
Red
first started it. Yeah. It was the Red series.
So I love Mr. Ballin's channel because a lot of the videos you don't really have to watch. Like, because he's essentially just sitting there talking, and he'll have photos going in the background.
Yeah, if you do want visual aid, but you can literally just listen to him like a podcast.
Yeah, so I just playlist his video, and with the YouTube Premium, I can lock my phone, like shut the phone.
Yeah.
You know? So you just put it in, unlock it, and it's just like, yeah, like podcast.
That's the whole reason I got Premium, was when I was working at Fuji. And we would listen to podcasts pretty much the entire time. It was 10-hour shifts.
Yeah.
So a couple Joe Rogan episodes, or a Joe Rogan and a Fighter and the Kid, and Joe Rogan and Your Mom's House, but I had to turn the volume down on that because Your Mom's House definitely
gnarly.
Yeah, it should get gnarly. They've been just getting more and more gnarly. Shout outs to you. Dude, Josh Potter. I sent him an idea yesterday on Instagram.
Oh, yeah?
I was going to send him the link to this, but I didn't want to be a dick just because he was nice enough to fucking respond.
Yeah.
I sent him the idea of for a sports section, because I've been checking out his Josh Potter. Go check it out on Your Mom's House. He has a little sports section, and I was like, question to you, is skateboarding a sport?
There you go.
And he's like, hell yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking like my message and all that shit, and I was just absolutely honored that the Roach himself was willing to text a lowly little piece of shit like myself back on the DMs. Like, he had no reason to have to, and I appreciate you, my guy. If you do ever hear this, much appreciated. You the man. And I can't wait to hear that on an episode. I'm fucking stoked for it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know if you heard about this, but apparently, maybe this is fake. I hope it's fake, because it's kind of bad. Tom Segura posted today on Twitter that he got in a serious accident and has multiple broken bones, and he had to cancel a show, or cancel a tour date, or a couple tour dates.
I didn't see that.
So then, but see, here's the thing, and maybe it's just his sense of humor, but like,
that is his sense.
Well, yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
And he, afterwards, he replied to someone commented and was like, was it at least on video for the pod, or something like that? And he said, yes. Something like that. So, I don't know, maybe it's all a ruse, because he was also just tweeting out other shit that, like, wasn't like, oh man, this accident sucked, you know? Like,
oh, yeah, it's just kind of
sports or other things. So
just like, tweeting random.
I mean, I don't know if this is a potential case of stolen valor, but stolen accident sympathy valor.
Yeah, it's a good possibility.
I'm just saying.
You know, he's out there talking about Tina always having all this stolen valor. So,
anyone that doesn't listen to Your Mom's House is probably very confused.
So confused.
Why don't you just go check it out?
Because it's good, and get their lives. They're great. If you can make it through without throwing up, you're the champ.
Seriously.
Pretty awesome. And they just extended their shit out too, which is awesome.
Speaking of checking shit out, I wanted to ask you about this, and maybe the people can get some info as well, but Zach here, you go by Zach on this?
Zach Lazy, Zach? Whatever, yeah.
Alright, well, the dude on the other end of the line here does a lot of graphics, t-shirts, and stickers and stuff like that. And I'm wondering, like, how did you get into that? Was it, like, I guess I want to hear the sticker story, because you make badass stuff. Like, every time I see this hoodie, because it's like, if you can't see, it's a custom hoodie with just logos put on it in various spots that you wouldn't expect, but, like, they pop, So it's cool, because it's not just that, hoodie with a straight logo in the middle, or like this, the chest logo right here. Like, I actually like this hoodie because it's got like these cards on the side.
Yeah,
I think it looks kind of sick.
That's tight.
So, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that is like, it's a look. I think it's
cool.
So yeah, check this shit out. I want to hear about how this came to be though.
So, really, just kind of trying to be the one-man band. Like, I hate asking for shit, and I don't ever really have money to go out and like fucking pay professionals, right, to really do the shit. So I ended up just finding shit to try to make money. Like, I start the skateboard company because that's a passion. Like, I just love skating. I want to see skaters. I feel bad that I got like younger kids now that are blowing me up on Instagram. They're wanting decks. We're still small. We had to switch companies that we were getting decks from, so that was a whole process. They're at half capacity for work right now, or 25% something, because of they're in California and the California lockdowns again because they're fucking governor. So that makes it for an issue, but they do get them to me quicker. So as soon as I have everything set up, I plan on doing a vote on some like team graphics and stuff here soon, and then I just need to get the pro graphic from John that he has. And
shout out to John.
Yeah,
by the way.
fucking killing it. So we can start getting some stuff going with his. And during the winter, most people just aren't buying boards, right?
Yeah.
So I really tried to push towards like keeping things like board prices low. I was like, the way to do that is to sell apparel. If people buy shirts and stuff, it kind of offsets the price of the board, so I don't have to raise board prices to a crazy amount to where you're spending $60 for a board, to where there's enough profit to be able to pay, the pros and all that kind of stuff. So the idea is support the company through apparel. I make more profit off of those at the cheaper price than $30 or $40. You're spending like $25 to $30.
And that's a great deal for a board.
Yeah,
and it's a good board too.
Yeah,
and that's the key, because you can go to Zoomies or something and go to that trash can in the back and like pick through the 775s because you're 14,
Yeah,
and you can get that $20 deck, but
it's
shit sucks.
It's gonna be trash.
And so between the $20 shitty deck and the $80 or even higher sometimes pro deck, like to have that price point, that balance right there.
Yeah,
it's great, and I've always had great things to say about your boards. I'm always hyping them up when I'm skating, and it's the truth, because like they're great boards, and you've seen how I skate, and I smash through stuff, man. I snap boards all the time, and those things last.
Oh yeah, I've seen you go through 3 decks in a day before.
Yeah, I've oh man, it sucked. Back in the day of like not having a hookup for boards, going to Zoomies, buying a board, going to the skate park. I remember went to Wiggum's. I got there, snapped my board, and then I drove to the mall, bought a new board, came back, snapped it like on the first thing I did or something. And so it's just like, man,
now I gotta drive, go back, spend more money, and
spend another
gas.
$65, $70. And at that point, I was probably just getting the shitty board, because that's all I could get.
The biggest issue is like I have to sell a lot of them online, so then there's going to be shipping and handling and all that. We try to keep that down too, and the way that we do that is by trying to find other avenue sources to try to make money. So I was like, well, I can back all that passion project up from doing other stuff. Like maybe I can learn photography, I could learn videography and all that. So I had to film, because we didn't really have a filmer for the team for skating. I was like, well, I'm gonna have to learn how to film. So then I have to buy a camera. So then that kind of started that whole process, and then just going down that rabbit hole and getting into doing video editing, doing music videos, and like putting all that together and learning tricks with that. I was like, all right, well, I want to start learning how to do like actual graphics and stuff, and then making shirts and shirt designs. I was doing shirts, screen printing through Squeaky Door Productions when I was doing recording. Mm-hmm. We had like a little idea. I was like, I can sell shirts real quick for that, be cheap, be quick, boom, boom. It will help try to build a brand name. No one ever really bought them because no one knew what it was, and I was real new at it. And I couldn't really do much more than one color with the setup and the design and everything that I had. And when people would ask how much it would cost to like do shirts, they're looking for 1 to 5. And screen printing, you need to do at least 1,000 for it to be cost efficient. And when they're like, well, I want like a 3-color thing, I'm like, well, it's $120 setup, and then it's whatever per shirt, and then the shirts. So and then most people are like, not even worth it. Yeah, but with the heat press, you can do like screen print style stuff by a lot cheaper means and quicker and more efficient for shorter and smaller amounts. And you can even use plastisols and all that and heat press those into shirts and just get them pre-ordered cutouts, or cut them out yourself if you have a cutter. So that's how I kind of got into doing that. And now I'm trying to make like 502 friendly shirts and stuff for like the people I know, because I've worked in 502, which is a legal pot here in the Washingtons of states. And so I've been making like your local legal bud slangered shirts and shit like that.
I've seen those, they're tight.
And just trying to like branch out, and then I make product t-shirts, and then I make little shirts and stuff like that for people I know's companies and stuff like that. So not so much stuff that like I put up, so you wouldn't see a whole bunch of it, but just local little people I know that have smaller companies that need shirts or employee security shirts, stuff like that for shows. I'll do those. So yeah, that's kind of just got into the niche of doing it because I don't like having to ask.
For sure.
So I figure it's easier to figure it out. And then I've just been trying to find a skill that I enjoy, and the fucked up part is I enjoy doing all of it. So
I feel you, man.
That's I just want a bunch of space where I could get all of it, because like I enjoy doing music and all kinds of shit with you. Like we fucking get down. If we had a fucking shop, a place to tinker with all the kinds of shit, dude, we could come up with some crazy shit. It would be so fucking fun too. Just smoke a blunt and put shit together and build shit out of fucking nothing. That'd be grand.
And that's why I like weed so much, is because for me, that's exactly what it engages and what it like sends into overdrive in my brain. Like as soon as I smoke, I want to like, you know, I want to work on something. I want to work on a project. I want to either work on some music, or I want to, you know, try to build something. And it's like I get into that creative mode and that like
flow,
yeah, that
juices.
Mechanical, yeah, it just being really engaged in that stuff. And I love that stuff without weed, of course, but in those moments where you can like smoke and then go and like meaningfully, like I'm gonna go and I'm gonna work on this thing, smoke first, and it's just like
you can focus in on it.
Yeah,
and
it really helps you, or at least it helps me personally with just like that tunnel vision focus.
Yeah.
Of like, all right, I'm doing this, here we go, and I just get really enveloped in it to the point where I can accomplish a lot, or I can, you know.
That's it. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. That's exactly what I was saying with like when my thoughts are all crazy. Like that's what weed does. Is like snaps everything down into where I can put like blinders on and have a focal vision as straight on what the goal is. Otherwise, I'm fucking out here in a million different places, and then I'm bouncing from each thing, and then I don't ever get anything complete because I never really get to the finish line on any task. It's off to the next, off to the next, off to the next, off to the next. And that shit fuck my head up. So smoking weed just like snaps it down. I'm like, all right, this is the fucking goal. This is what I need to get done. Blam, I'm in it. And then I enjoy the process.
Yeah.
Like the actual process. Like you might overlook the whole process when you're doing stuff. I think when I'm sober, I overlook the process. I'm just looking at the end goal.
Kind of the mechanical view of it.
Yeah.
Just A needs to go to B, and then C will happen.
Yeah, exactly. So, and the end goal's all I'm really concerned about. But when I'm like stoned, the whole fucking process, like, oh, this is how this goes into this, and the intricacies of it, like it gives it a little bit more of a, I want to say a French word, but I don't know any French words that would be good for it.
Je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi. Yeah. Very much so. That's fuck, man. Weed is so good for so many things.
It can definitely be bad for things, though.
It can.
I remember one time I was living in San Diego, moving back, and it was a company thing. So the company had bought us an apartment, and it's the night before, like 100% have to be like scrubs the walls, clean the apartment out, like you're moving out. You know, like this is the next morning is
you're gone.
I'm getting in the U-Haul, driving back into Washington.
Damn.
Not to mention turning over the keys, ending the lease, doing all that stuff at the office. So I get home, and my coworker, who was also my roommate, we smoked a little bit because it was like, all right, we gotta deep clean this place, you know. So we smoke a little bit, and because it just makes it like, all right, here we go, we're cleaning. It's cleaning time, and you just start going at it, you know, with that laser focus, like we were talking about. So that was the plan, but I got the munchies, and I started eating this bag of gummy worms, and I ate the whole bag of gummy worms. And then I realized, this was 300 milligrams of weed gummy worms, and I just ate the whole bag.
Oh God!
You know, and so I'm thinking I have this choice to make. Do I puke it all up and like try to divert the high and like I can't do this right now, or do I just like
sit and ride?
Do I just ride it out and just try my best? And I chose option B because I don't really want to go puke if I don't have to.
Fuck yeah! Why waste that?
Yeah, and so it was awful, man. I had such a hard time focusing on anything, and I'm like, we're on a deadline, and I was pretty good about the weeks before then, packing my stuff, cleaning different rooms and stuff. So like I didn't have, it wasn't like nightmare situation, threat level midnight.
Yeah.
But I definitely had work to do, and I just kept catching myself. Like I'd be in the corner, like I was gonna go bend down to pick up a shirt or something, but I pulled out my phone to change the song, and now I'm like 30 minutes into some YouTube video, and it's like, oh my God, no, I can't do this right now. I have so much to do.
God damn it, I'm fucking up.
It was moment and moment and moment after each other like that, and it was a bad experience. So weed can help engage those things, but it can also
hinder it
can go
too
way
much.
Too far.
So like I believe that in anything, like if you drink too much water, you will die. Like, and water is life. So in anything, you got to have a good balance to it. And that's like in my older age, I feel like I have a little bit more of a balance to how high I get.
Oh yeah,
100%. And when I was a kid, when I was younger, I didn't give a fuck.
As high as you can, all the time.
All the time, and it didn't matter what it was. Like you just give me shit, I'll take it.
Do it.
It's all right. I'm fine, unless it's meth. Then I'll sell it and do the shit that I want to do, which is pretty much everything else. So that was just the way that it we used to go here, man. Yeah. I know back in the day you guys used to probably go fucking ham too. I think you're how old now?
I'm gonna be 28 in 10 days.
Yeah, so you're just like the skate park kids that were right in like my cousin's group that were skating and doing shit. I always hung out with guys that were like 3 or 4 years older than me.
Well, what's funny? I didn't even start skating really until I was like 19, almost 20.
Damn.
Because I was, I had just gotten out of a relationship, and she moved out. John moved in. That was our first apartment that I was telling you about off the mics earlier, where the dishes made their way to the bathroom
everywhere,
and it's like, okay, this is too much, too many dishes. We need to do the dishes now.
It's everywhere.
But that's just two dudes living in their first apartment together.
Fucking
at the young age of 18/19, not having a care in the world, nor knowing a thing about her.
Oh, dude. Looks like we lost a battery pack.
Uh-oh.
That's fine.
The eye in the sky is down. Speaking of the eye in the sky, I was telling him earlier about how surveillance rooms, like where they watch all the footage in casinos and secure buildings and stuff like that, it's almost exactly like you see in the movies, where there's a huge wall full of screens, and there's more screens, and they're all divided into smaller screens, and there's joysticks and cameras moving around, and it's pretty sweet. But in the movies, they always talk about the eye in the sky, and it's like such a cliche. No one ever calls it that. So, just for the record.
Just for the record, no one ever calls it the eye in the sky.
Yeah,
so just don't do it.
See, even the security guards are pretty notoriously like corny, at least at casinos, and that's typically where our company works, is like in casinos. But we do other just random jobs as well. I did the Grand Canyon Sky Bridge, or the Skywalk.
Oh, damn.
Which is like this big. You should pull it up. It's pretty intense. It's Grand Canyon West Sky Bridge, I believe is what it's called. We did the cameras on that building. And when you're looking down, man, it's just gnarly. I want to say it's like something close to a half mile down, and you're looking through this glass bridge below your feet.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, so that building, in some of those pictures, you can probably see cameras, and those are the ones that we did. This is called Eagle Point, because if you look here in the rocks, there's like an eagle. I bet if you type Eagle Point onto that search, you'll be able to see it better. But basically, the rocks make this big natural eagle shape, or bird shape, I guess, and it's really cool.
What the?
It's one of those things that, like, you look at it.
I have a feeling this is probably one of your cameras.
No, that's not. That's like someone.
Shot?
So you can go around the building. There's like a ledge. They're on a ledge.
I was like, where's they're just fucking. Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, see, they're down below there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, how the fuck they're just floating there? Did you have to do this?
No, but that's pretty cool. I would definitely do that.
I would.
For the record, hang from those things.
Fuck no. Hell to the no. You're 1,000 feet off of the fucking ground there. I don't know how deep the Grand Canyon is, but I'm gonna just give it 1,000 feet because that's what it looks like.
I seem to remember something about like a half mile down, which would be like close to 3,000 feet or 2,500.
Jesus Christ!
And,
I don't want to know how. It must have been a drone. I don't want to know how they got that shot.
Drone or helicopter. They do helicopter tours through the canyon.
What the fuck?
So you take off up on cliff and then they fly you down through the canyon and stuff. Typically, from what I heard, a lot of times they would give us just free rides. Like, hey, you wanna take a helicopter ride? When we were working there, and when I was there, no such luck. But
dude, this makes me nauseous just looking at it.
It's pretty insane. And you know what's crazy is this whole border here, from here to as far as you can see this way, no fence, and people fall off every year. But there's no fence because it's like, it's tribal land, and they're
so
like, you didn't die because there wasn't a fence. You died because you went
idiot.
over the edge.
Yeah, because you're dumb. Because you fucked up.
Exactly.
There's a fucking giant crater. Mm-hmm. Do not go to the edge.
And especially because the view from that spot, that Eagle Point.
It says Skywalk Eagle Point.
Okay, yeah, I wonder if you can find the actual picture of the eagle, because it's really cool, and it's one of those things where when you look at it, you see it's like, oh man, I can definitely see why people at those times when these places were being occupied by like Native Americans and early peoples, how you can like look at this and think that's a god, that's something that was made by like some mighty power.
Oh shit!
Because
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
that motherfucker really looked like an eagle.
Right? So
it looks like
it's
an eagle
like when you're standing up there,
out two
and
mountains.
I remember I was standing up there, and I didn't know that it was called Eagle Point, and I was like, dude, that looks exactly like an eagle. And then I had it pointed out to me that this is called Eagle Point, and because of that, and then they're like, that's a totally natural formation. It's not sculpted or anything like that. So it was like, you know what I mean though? Like, imagine seeing that, thousands of years ago, and like, how do you not think that that's a giant eagle? And it must be either there to harm you or there to protect you, but it's like, it's this massive thing, and when you associate it with something and like you don't really know any better, that random rock formations and collapses and everything over the millennia can form anything like that.
Two crazy mountain ranges,
and there's
basically
probably
colliding
in some
there.
canyons that haven't even been discovered, there's probably another one that looks pretty close. You know what I'm saying? So like, to not know that that's more of an anomaly than a spiritual force or a colossal creature or something, like
when you think of the sun and the moon as your god.
Exactly, like because and I think that a lot of that is that people we need to understand everything. I think humanity as a whole, humans have a very difficult time accepting not knowing the answer.
Yeah.
And so that's why we put labels on the giant ball of heat in the sky, that when it goes away it's cold and I need to find some shelter, and when it comes out I like it because it feels good and I'm comfortable,
Yeah.
Like, how do you not,
and the animals that are trying to eat me at night that I can't see are gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Now
so
there's these ones I can see.
It's like, how do you not think that it's some magnificent being? And I mean, to some degree, it kind of is.
Well, and if you think about, like, what kind of shit people, like, tribes are taking for, like, on at least monthly to weekly rituals, right? For all these young men that are becoming men, and they have to do these rituals, and so they do these dances, and they drink ayahuasca, and they lick fucking licking toad. They pick mushrooms out in the fields out here. And then you see this giant fucking eagle frying on shit.
Oh my god. Imagine frying and just being on that ledge. And I mean, never mind the fact that it'd be hard to look down, but like,
yeah,
just staring at that thing.
Oh my god, it would be alive. It would come to life.
Oh yeah.
Like, it would be a
and
giant
it'd be, like,
spirit
shining
eagle.
Light at you.
Yeah.
It'd be so sweet.
It
so,
would
like,
be a
of course
fucking spirit eagle.
You're gonna protect that, and that's gonna be your resident deity. You know what I mean?
That's fucking insane. I didn't know that was even there.
It's really cool. Grand Canyon
No wonder
West,
they got a giant
Skywalk.
sky
If you ever
bridge
get
on
a
it.
chance, go check it out.
That's fucking crazy. It's weird you can't see it from the angle of the photo, so.
Yeah, and I think in that picture, they might be sort of like highlighting
this area specifically.
I'm not exactly sure, but
yeah,
it's,
like this one, they definitely highlighted it.
It's certainly bold. Like when you're there, I mean, like I said, I spotted it without knowing it was there.
Yeah, it looks like the area where these two mountain ranges are coming together.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something else.
That's probably more. Yeah, it's totally different, thousands of years worth of rock sediment that's built up in this area. That's fucking crazy, though, that it would be just in a shape that you would totally notice and recognize.
Yeah, seriously. The Grand Canyon is one of those places that, like, pictures don't do it justice. Going to the Grand Canyon, I've only been there that one time for work, and I was there for, I think, 2 days. There's, like, a little, like, fake western town there, and there's just like some little shops and a couple places where you can put a quarter in and shoot the little things with the water gun, whatever.
Yeah.
Just kind of mostly for kids, but that is my hometown when we're staying up there for work. And so you eat at the little, you know, whatever, there's some like western themed cafeteria, and you have to eat there all your meals because you're nowhere close to anything else.
It's just like this is the only place in town.
Way out there, you're deep.
Deep. See, I've never been anywhere like that, honestly, where you're just like out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
The drive to get there, holy shit, man. Me and my coworker, we drove from Palm Springs to Grand Canyon West, and I don't remember how long it was. I was playing my Switch most of the time, so the time kind of flew by, but it was at least, I want to say at least like 7 or 8 hours, and it's just basically a straight line. And I have never seen so much nothingness in my life. Just you look out and it's just nothing for as far as you can see. And it's so funny that, like, I remember because we were talking about this at the time, but I think at the time Trump had said something in some press conference, or maybe he tweeted some dumb shit. But he had said that, like, America is full, something about how America is too full. We don't have space for more immigrants or whatever. And you're just driving through there, looking around,
and all this empty fucking space.
He's Mexican, and he's just looking around, and he's like, you see this shit? And he's all talking about, like, what the fuck is Trump talking about? Look at all this space. Like, and we were just talking about, man, you could have massive cities out there, but the thing is, there's no infrastructure.
Yeah, water.
There was a town, dude, get this, drove through a town, it was a ghost town, or maybe it had never been built in the first place, but there was roads. There was just roads, and it's a straight highway, and just on the side of the road you see a strip of roads, like a grid basically. And the whole town was for sale for like $200,000 or something. The entire town. It's got streets. It's got, like, the road is there and stuff. It's just, here you go. You
just got to build everything
here's a town,
else.
and it had a name. Like, it was a full-on town. $200,000.
That's crazy.
A town in the desert in Nevada.
The
California.
closest.
I don't even know where we were. We drove through California, Nevada, and then oh man, I'm blanking out on those other states. I don't travel that far inland too often on the road.
Yeah, the fucking closest thing I think I've ever been to that is, like, deep Montana.
Yeah.
I took a train into this, like, it was a wood shack. Train station in Montana. And it was like 800 miles in from any of the actual cities. it's just a little fucking train station out in the middle of nowhere. But at least there's rolling hills and like vegetation and shit the entire time, like 3-hour drive back into the civilization. But in the middle of this nothing, there's just one giant fucking prison.
Yeah?
Yeah, and it's got a banner on the side of it all the way across the entire prison. Like the entire prison's wrapped with a cloth. A giant banner that has 2 meth needles crossed and a skull, and it says Meth Hotel.
God damn, that's hilarious.
It was the most intense thing I'd ever seen as a child. I was like 14 or 15 and went out to see my real dad for like the first time. And took the train out. And I see this thing. I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's in the middle of nothing. Like, there's no towns for another 700 miles from there. Like, you're out in the middle of nowhere. As much nowhere as I've ever seen. And there's still something. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I couldn't imagine just going out to somewhere where, like, you're driving for 6 hours and there's nothing in sight. That would fucking blow my mind. I was so bored on that ride because I didn't have, like, I just had to look out the window and try to, like, have a conversation with a dude I barely know. Yeah, it was a long ride. That Meth Hotel, I'll never fucking forget that. Shit blew my mind. Like, meth is that big here, huh? And they have like how we have don't drink and drive. In Montana, they have like don't meth and drive.
What?
Yeah.
Damn, so they're going hard on the meth.
Yeah, meth is hardcore up in Montana. Like, that's because there's fucking 800 miles between most of the towns, 200-300 miles between the town. So people are out in the middle of fucking nowhere just shooting meth up.
We drove by this gas station, or former gas station. Looks like it was a gas station from like the 50s or something.
Yeah, it's got a random palm tree next to it.
Yeah, it's just covered in shoes too. There's tons of shoes hanging from it.
And just people fucking drive through and they're like, let's chuck some
the
fucking shoes over this.
Yeah. But it's crazy because you can see just a vast nothingness, you know?
Yeah, you can't see anything for miles on behind.
It's just out on the left, it's out on the right. It's not really.
I've been watching Tom Green. He's been doing YouTube. He's driving around in a fucking Sprinter van that he customized into a studio living place. So he's going around making his own music for his videos and everything. And he went to like Utah, the Garden of the Gods and all that. And I guess the only desert that I've ever seen there was like pretty much nothing for a bit, but you gotta walk to kind of like get behind the mountain area to where it's like nothing, was in Colorado Springs when we went and saw the Gates of the Gods. That's kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but we weren't deep enough to where like you didn't know that there was a highway somewhere close. That's the closest to desert I've ever been in.
Yeah, desert's not missing much, man. Just Google it.
Yeah, that's
one of those things. It's just like once you get there, well, you gotta drive really far, and then you get there. I mean, Palm Springs. If you ever go to Palm Springs is pretty cool because it's like a little kind of oasis in the desert. So you fly in, and it's like desert all around, and then you're in this town with like palm trees and nice little main street, and all the shops and all the sidewalks. Like it all has like misters going on all the time.
That's
it's
pretty
so
sick.
damn hot there.
That's fucking pretty sick.
Valley. But it's cool because you can go right outside and you're in the desert, and it's like you got dunes. You can go ride ATVs and stuff in the dunes, and that's one of those places that you can get a little of both going there. But
that's pretty sick. The only dunes I've ever rid are the ones up in like they're up that way.
Oregon coast, or are you talking about like?
It's not just. It's just before Oregon. It's still technically, I guess, like Washington.
Seaside? That is Oregon. I think I know what you're talking about. It's like a beach I always get.
Yeah, well, it's like a little town up by Eastern Washington, and like it has like desert-ish. Yeah, I can't think of the name of it.
Like Yakima or Wenatchee or something.
It's a little bit more east than Yakima. Or I guess more north. It's fuck. I can't think of the name of it. If I did hear it. gotta find the name now. It's gonna kill me. So there's Ellensburg. Okay.
Well, Washington, Eastern Washington especially, is oh man, no offense to the Eastern Washington people out there, but it's kind of forgettable.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole state looks like the background from Windows XP, like just rolling hills, blue sky. I mean, nothing wrong with that, but I need a little more in my life, you know.
Oh, and this place too is like, it's super tiny, but people go there all the time because there's like a good lake there, and then there's it's not Chelan, but it's in this area.
Lake?
No.
Banks Lake? Whistle Lake?
Whistle Lake sounds kind of familiar. That's Ellensburg.
You've done cliff, I'm guessing it's no, but cliff jumping?
I have done some cliff jumping.
Yeah? Even with like the aversion to free falling?
Yeah, when it's going into water, it's a little bit different for me. I don't know
At least
why.
you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I feel a little bit more comfortable with water, like caressing me. I don't feel like I'm gonna splat everywhere. Damn, where is this? Fuck, I almost had the name in my head too.
One of those just slipping away.
Yeah, it just keeps slipping away. Damn. That's gonna be frustrating. It is. Where is there desert in? So, okay, Easton. It's close to Easton, outside of Clay Elm. There's Yakima.
It's not like any guys, is it?
It's close to a name like that. I feel like it starts with an M, but I can't. I just can't fucking think of it. But it's a nice little spot. People go to it. If somebody probably is listening to this and is like, "Fuck, dude, I know exactly what you're talking about," and you're fucking it up big time.
You ever listen to a podcast and they like can't figure something out, or they're
And you know
saying something
exactly
wrong?
what
Yeah,
it
you're
is.
just like, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I know this.
Oh man, Moses Lake.
How could I forget? Moses Lake. It's a biblical lake.
Yeah, I couldn't fucking think. Oh my god, blows. Fucking so upsetting. So upsetting. I've been over it like the entire time. I probably went over it 3 times. Yeah, so it does start with an M. Moses Lake. Out there's like a little desert sand dune areas that you can go rock around on.
Did you ever play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah.
There was a map on there. Maybe it was. I don't remember what it was called, but it had this like rustic, not rustic, but sort of just like rusty, broken down sort of like bridge, like a very like factory-looking bridge, very much definitely not a good-looking like nice pedestrian bridge. This is like a functionality to cross over the freeway bridge, and it's like a pipe. It's not even like a.
Yeah, I feel like that was called Rust or something.
I think it was. Yeah. So there's a bridge. It's right between Moses Lake and Yakima. Moses Lake's like the last big town you hit before Yakima. Or not Yakima, I'm sorry. Spokane.
Yeah.
And anyways, I always know I worked over in Spokane for a little bit and would just drive back and forth on the weekends all the time. That's a drive. I learned that when you cross under that bridge, like it was the Modern Warfare 2 bridge, is what I called it in my head. And I know that, like, all right, cool. We got like an hour and a half left. A little marker. But I was wondering if you can recall that bridge. I mean, because in East Washington, especially, it's not like there's much.
No, I mean, when I went, I was, I think I was 12 or 13. I went out there for a karate tournament, was why we were out there. And, got screwed over at the tournament big time. It was pretty cool. One of the judges' sons ended up getting my 2nd place medal. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Somehow he got all my points, even though he lost the fight. I don't know. know how that works, but that's when I learned that not all things in the world are fair. Especially in a small town where all those people pretty much know each other. So, but there was a skate park there. I was super stoked about that. So at least it wasn't a complete fucking bust. There was like a blue skate park with like metal ramps that were hot as shit. I remember that.
There's like a quarter pipe,
Yeah.
2 quarters, I guess half pipe.
Yeah.
So it's like a little bigger than a mini ramp. There's a polished section.
Yeah.
And then there's just a tiny little bit of flat ground.
Yeah, that was exactly. I remember fucking falling on and realizing how hot metal could get. And I was like, holy shit.
Me and John stopped through that park either on the way to or from Spokane. But it was like a skate park.
Yeah, it was fucking tight.
And yeah, we spent maybe like 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, it's fucking so hot.
Yeah, it's just terrible.
It's ungodly hot. But it was cool that I was just so shocked. I was like, fuck yeah, there's a little skate park here. At least it ain't complete bust. I mean, I lost the tournament, but at least I'm fucking here. I can skate. And that was at the time when I was a little kid, and fucking skating was life. Like, it was everything I ever wanted to do all the time. So, that was fucking cool. I enjoyed that. Fuck, that was gonna bug me. I'm so happy that we got it. Shout out to Moses Lake. Thank you, dude. Yeah, we do. That's cool though. If you want a shout out, let us know. $50. We got you. We'll do shout outs 3 times a video and 3 times a podcast for you.
Yeah, our first sponsor.
Yeah. Anybody looking to get sponsorship stuff, you can sponsor us. Real nice, real cheap. We do good for you. Promise.
100% satisfaction or
We can even make crazy clips that will play for you, like some gnarly stuff with music and all that in the background, like bam, explosions and all kinds of craziness. We can do all that for you.
do like the they make like a theatrical trailer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big explosion like Michael Bay style.
Yeah. Triple the action. 3 times the excitement.
So, there's one goal.
With one man.
The only problem is he's blind. Blind man.
But he will see his ass and your foot connect. I mean, your ass, his foot connect.
See now, think about some great summer blockbusters we can make. Like I actually thought of one. It would be called, of course, now I'm drawing blank. It's a fantastic idea.
Right, that's always how it is, though.
Oh man! Oh, I remember. So get this. It's a show, or better yet, a massive budget Hollywood movie called Marine Biologists. And basically, they're Marines, right? But they're also biologists.
Oh, so you're catching people off of the fucking mark right off of the bat. And they're assuming.
Like, the president calls them and he's like, Marines, there's too much fighter plankton in the bay. And then they have to go nuke it, or like shoot missiles at it or something to balance out. But they do it to balance the pH in the water, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a method to madness of
Why they're bombing the fucking bombing the bay. Like, the water's so fucked.
You
gotta clean it.
And they're nerdy Marines. It's like, sir, if we use an M84 bomb, it'll actually spike the influx of pigeon vomit that happens in the area, and the local butterflies feed off of that. So we could be affecting that population if we do this. I think we should use these things. M21. It's a tactical missile, laser guided, of course.
Of course. Oh, that would be fucking amazing. And then shoot just like little fucking shorts. We could do that. We could shoot shorts. I would love to get a cinema camera. I'm looking at a way to put a cinema camera thing on this, a C-log. So it's the way that it logs the video, so you could log raw instead of just like neutral and trying to zero it out. There's still some contrast and stuff that are put in DSLRs. When you're shooting raw, it's a heavier file, but it's got all the information, and it looks kind of gray washed out, but better for color correcting and doing all the cinematic shit. Like, you aren't gonna over highlight too much shit.
you're gonna get like the right warmth and all that kind of stuff, and get a real nice cinema look, which is dope. You can kind of get that with having it neutral in this, and if you do like the right white balance and all that kind of stuff beforehand and prep your shots out. But it would be nice to shoot in C-Log. Nice raw, clean image. So
you already got a bullhorn right here. You can yell at action.
Right?
I did.
Got that for when we were doing the skate.
Cute. Hopefully COVID will bounce the fuck out and we can start doing those again. And not get arrested for it. That would be awesome.
Well, 2021 starts in what, like 28 days?
Something like that, yeah, right?
Should all be good then.
Should be, yeah.
After they figure out the election thing.
Well, apparently it's over.
Oh,
As of earlier today, like the last recount was done or certified or something. So
yeah, then Trump came out with a thing saying that they're doing a, what do you call it? They're pushing for another recount.
Yeah, I know that.
And they got like, I think 15 days of this month, something like that, within that time, and then they have to, like, he's already being forced to have to do the transition portion. So, as soon as they figure that out, COVID will disappear, guaranteed. It won't be a problem anymore. And I find it funny that all the cures come out and like, yeah, well,
or at least not. I would say
I don't know.
shit at least maybe more focused.
The thing I find funny is people think that the president really has any kind of power.
Well,
It's all has to be, they have veto
at least have
power.
the power of like being like the vessel and voice of people.
and I think
And it goes a long way.
I mean,
Traditionally.
Yeah, technically it's supposed to be the Speaker of the House. That's kind of their role, the Speaker of the House, is to be like the governance side speaking of the people, is like for the House and the Senate and Congress. And that's like what Nancy Pelosi's role is. You wouldn't know that though, because it's just orange man bad and not gonna wear my mask and shit.
That's what's so frustrating about politics. It's just like it all seems like such a big, stupid reality show.
That's the big problem with it now. And like the people that are used to be politicians, just because Trump was a reality star, you kind of feel like they're just playing into this whole like he's played them into this reality star fucking soap opera movie, and the whole game has just gotten twisted, all the fucking shit. But the good thing about all this is that it will shine a lot of light on all the election problems that we do have. Like, it opens a book, and I think that should always happen. Every fucking year, it should happen.
Another king or queen. Let's get a queen, dude.
Fuck all that. I think that we should be checking our elections. Like, for too many years, people have been complacent in, like, how things work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gets to be so easy that you're complacent. And we need to have open and honest, like, election shit. Like, all that needs to be open, and it needs to be shined a light upon. And I guarantee it's been happening for many years.
Well, yeah, it's kind of just the
So
nature of the beast thing.
Yeah, but that,
There's going to be something. I mean, think of how many things are uncovered in every election cycle. That's like, hey, this group over here was forging something, van full of ballots stolen from whatever. Like, there's always shit.
yeah, but why is it always going on? Because no one ever ends up going to jail.
Of having such a vast amount of people,
Money and politics.
trying to move a physical object across the country.
Yeah, it's all
And I
money.
don't see why it can't all be online. Like, put your bank information online.
Agreed, and it's all trackable, but I think it should be open domain to where you can see everybody that's, like, all that information should be open. It's public information.
You mean like who voted what?
No, not who voted for what. Like, that should be secret. But the fact that, like, there's a certain amount of voters that are in this area, you should be able to see that that number of voters have voted. You know what I'm saying?
You can.
And you should. You should be able to in every state.
You can see like registered voters versus votes cast.
Yeah, and that's where some of the things, like, that I've found, that I've seen, is like in Michigan there was like 238 at least more voters that voted than they have registered voters. So, and those kind of anomalies, how do those things happen? And how is it that we can't figure those things out in 2020? There's definitely a way we can figure that shit out.
See, I think that like in a case like that, for example, how simple, relatively speaking, would it be to have fake ballots made, fake ballots cast, and to be forged successfully enough to where they could slip through? But obviously, it was detected if there's anomalies like that. But
yeah, when you have 168% casted vote.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of it boils down to we're using a very antiquated system when it's like it's 2020. You can do this all very securely
online, through blockchain.
Absolutely no reason, and we could even take quite a bit of work, but you can change.
It would take 1 year.
Electoral vote, you can change to a vote where it's popular vote.
I don't.
If that's what.
Yeah, I don't believe in popular vote just because when you have so many people, then you get that the whole idea of the electoral vote that's been in place since the beginning of the country, and that's just a separation of power. That's because when you have a mob rule, never good. No democracy has ever won. Like, we're not a democracy, we're a constitutional republic. So we run by a constitution. Democracies just tend to fall. That's my issue with it. It's like mob rule is what we get when you get a mob of people in Seattle bashing windows. That's what happens when you get like 1,000 people together and go off on feelings and emotions. It's not usually the best run.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, obviously that's not a very good situation, but I think that in certain cases, like in recent riots, especially, like I think at a certain point you get people that feel like, well, what else am I ever supposed to do? Because I'm yelling, screaming, and crying. It's people that want change for whatever reason. I'm not just talking about like Black Lives Matter. Any of that stuff. I'm talking about in general when uprisings of people. I think a lot of times it's that people. It's a natural reaction, I think, to feeling like we're not being heard, and nothing will change if you don't physically make your presence known. And like,
yeah,
because
I would agree, but most of the people that I know those people, like the guys that are smashing in windows and shit.
Well, I know what you're saying.
They're just looking to come up.
And yeah, that's a lot of times people.
They're just taking advantage of the situation. And because when there's a group of people, they know that if they lead, the group follows.
Well, and then a lot of times, for all the people that were rioting or not rioting, but like looting stores specifically, I mean, that's not ever there.
No, it's not. It's definitely
everyone else has got out of there because I'm not trying to get part of it.
Exactly.
You see a bunch of videos and people running in and out of stores, but compared to the amount of people that are out at protests, it's the very small majority, very small minority. I should say.
No, but you can
see
see.
Taking advantage of the situation.
But you can clearly see how like one guy starts.
Oh yeah.
And then 40 people see one guy take the jump, so 50 people fucking run into the store.
People are 100% sheep in that way, but it's also the people that have that reaction of like, this guy's doing it, okay, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, but it's human nature. Like, what was that psychology test that they did where they put a bunch of students, right, and they gave some prisoner status, and then exactly, and then the kids just fucking ended up beating the shit out of and fucking like molesting the kids and shit.
Completely abusing
their power.
Yeah.
And that's because you get you get a mob mentality. Like it's just human nature that if the mob feels they have the most control, in which they do in this country. That's the whole idea, is that you have the ability to revolt. And that's why you have a Second Amendment right, and that's why you you have these different channels of ways to get what you want done in a legal manner without having to revolt. And that's why we have those separations of power.
How many times do you have to see the same thing?
Well, most people...
Before it's like...
Yeah, but most of these people that are out there talking, what are they doing? They aren't going and filing any kind of fucking paperwork. They're not going to the courts. They're not doing any of the actual steps. They're crying for someone else to do it.
Well, I think
you gotta step up and do it.
The paperwork side of things happening. I mean, maybe the majority of people don't take that extra initiative, but like, I think in the case of when there's like wrongdoing,
Is it on the people? Is it on the victims to have to follow the arbitrary government, the cogs to get their justice, or at what point is it like enough is enough? You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I'm not trying to get into a whole.
No, I love these conversations. I'm an idiot on it too. Like, I enjoy having that conversation because it's good to see it from other points of view. You know what I'm saying? Because like I have a certain specific point of view that I see it from, but I enjoy seeing other points of view. I do. I also like to have the debate on points of view so I can see where my points hold up and where their points hold up and what, it's just good conversation. I mean, I agree to a point. Like, the power is with the people. We are the government, right? We are the ones who put these people in charge. Yeah, but we're the ones that are supposed to have a representative. We, the people, vote in our representatives. That's where, like, the democracy part comes in. The people vote those people in. Those people are the ones that vote in the...
And I think that there's a vast disconnect between the majority of people and those representatives. And I think
huge.
A massive part of that problem is the fact that voting is an antiquated thing that most people, especially younger people, that really strive for change and want to see things happen. But a lot of times it's just another thing to do that, like, I'm not gonna, or you put it off like your taxes. It's very hard to be motivated.
It's tedious and boring shit. I mean, it's fucking boring.
But here's the thing: is like, it's like when it's boring because like. It's like, I don't fucking care about this stuff, really. But it's like, well, my life is good enough to where I don't really have to care about this stuff.
Exactly.
So, like, I feel for people that are in a situation where, like, and good for them if they are taking those steps of, like, voting and being down to earth with, like, what's going on in their communities and stuff. Like, it's a great thing, but I certainly, I guess, have the privilege of not necessarily having to be in that situation and worry about stuff. So, like, that being said, I think that we need a better way to express the desires of the people to those to the right channels. Like
I agree. I think what we need to do.
A mail-in ballot twice a year, or once every 2 years, or once every 4 years. Like, I just don't. It just doesn't seem like it.
No, and especially with the technology that we have today. Like, right. You should be able to get a hold of your congressperson every day, if you want. Like, there should be a way for you to do that. The only thing that they're doing most of the time is trying to gain money to get reelected. Like, they spend most of their time doing that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That needs to get taken the fuck out. There was no money in the first election. There was no money. So, politicians weren't paying corporations. There were no corporations paying politicians to fucking be in their back pocket. Mm-hmm. That shit we need to get the fuck out of all of politics. There should be no super PACs. There should be no fucking corporate money backing. It shouldn't cost you $10 million to fucking run a campaign.
Mm-hmm. Oh, probably more than that.
Yeah, why? Mm-hmm. Why?
Like, I understand a certain amount for logistic reasons,
Yeah, but you should be able to get
and a lot of times
sponsorships and donations from like the local news and shit. Right. Should be able to sponsor the presidential, and that's all presidential candidates. Mm-hmm. They get the same amount of time from the news stations, from the states, and that's something that the people allow. That's it. You shouldn't be able to get a fucking private organization's backing. Because now you are indebted to those organizations, and that's how we are where we are. Is like, fucking all of these politicians are indebted to some corporation.
Right. They've always got a hand on the back of the
some
president saying, hey,
there's somebody
my
that's...
interests here, don't forget about my interests.
Yeah, I need to make sure that my guys are taken care of. Everybody's guys got to be taken care of, and that shouldn't be in the politics realm.
Yeah, and I don't think it's outrageous to say that happens with
everyone, and every politician, even your Congress people and all of that. Like, there's a lot of showing that Congress people, like, most of the fraud and shit that showed up is between Congress people and fucking state representatives, because no one pays attention to any of it. So you don't even have to really look that hard. Most people are fucking saying it and, like, showing it on their Snapchats and shit. Like, people are showing themselves fucking, like, ballot harvesting for local representatives. That shit, and no one pays attention to it because the presidency's been put up as this thing, like this high horse, right? Like, it's the main thing. That's what everybody pays attention to. They don't vote really about any of the fucking local shit. They just scratch those in, and then who's their guy, what team they're on.
RD.
Yeah, that's it. And no one fucking cares about any of the shit, but that's where all your local laws, when the shutdowns and shit come down, it ain't the president that does it, it's the fucking governors and your mayors and everybody that runs your state. Mm-hmm. They're the ones that make that happen. Our state, the reason we ain't got our $30 car tabs is because our mayor and our fucking AG took it to the Supreme Court and fought against the people and took away our right to vote in $30 car tabs, which we all did unanimously. And then the Supreme Court said, well, it will fuck up the state budget too much because we've been fucking you for so long, we need that money so we can build bullshit shit because we've overspent. Nobody really pays attention to that shit here, and they still voted him in.
See, and that
blows my mind.
That's where it's like, for me, it's just like, all right, snooze fest. I'm like,
yeah. See,
and that's I like.
To me,
that's not necessarily a great character quality, you know.
But that's the average. Like,
just, yeah,
that usually, like, if it wasn't for me, like, for me, the $30 car tabs thing really is a thing to me, because like, I have to pay for a shitty ass fucking car like $300 for fucking car tabs. I know people that got brand new 2020s and they're paying less for car tabs than I am.
Is it an emissions thing?
Well, it's emissions tests and then just the car tab and the price that they rate the car, which they're supposed to, by law, be done by the Kelley Blue Book. But they haven't been doing that for like 15 years. They've just been arbitrarily making up the price, saying, oh, well, it could be $6,000. Yeah, so then it's $330. We had it voted. The people voted it in. Our representatives are supposed to adhere to that. Then they took it to the Supreme Court of the state and fought against us and said that it will collapse the economy.
So that was their reasoning, is that it would collapse?
Yeah, it would take too much money out of it would take too much money too quickly from all these things that they need money for.
Budgeting.
Yeah, and it's like, well, so you overspent, you overpriced us, got more than what you were already expecting to be able to pay those budgets by a lot, spent all that on what? And then because you can't fucking balance your books, you need more taxes from us, and then you guys pass the 503 and all that, or the whole transit system thing, which was that rose up property taxes, and it also rose up car tab taxes and shit, and then street taxes. Yeah, for the transit systems.
I mean, those are important.
They are, but they're using they're trying to use trains and stuff, which is pretty outdated. Like, if it was a light monorail system or something that was a little more up to date, that would be, a little bit more understandable, but it's already been only 2 or 3 years since the last one passed, and it was already like $2 billion over budget, and they've only laid down like a fucking couple miles of concrete and shit. And
dude,
they'll blame it on the Rona.
Speaking of road work, have you seen what's it called, the Elon Musk's, those tunnels that are
the fucking Hyperloop? Dude, I saw this.
That's what's
called.
The Boring Company. Yeah, of course.
I saw the saddest video. So there's this guy that fucking like debunks shit, and he makes me mad, but I love him at the same time. Thunderbolt. He's a physicist.
Does he debunk like flat Earth videos and stuff?
Yeah,
he like debunking the debunked videos.
Well, he's like he makes these busted videos, and so like he'll find these like starter campaigns. They're like, we'll take carbon out of the air and make diamonds with it and shit. And then he goes, well, this is how that doesn't work very well, and won't ever make any money, and it's really a scam. for clean energy. And then he like shows the hyperloop and how big it is for the test and all that. And then he's like, well, but they're having to move it from here to this other spot because there's a mountain in the way because, well, you need flat. And I'm like, fuck, dude, what are you doing? You're making... It's gonna happen, damn it. He's like, yeah, and it ain't gonna go no 200-300 miles an hour. And I was like, fucking shut up. Elon Musk is taking people to space already. It's gonna happen. I don't want to hear it from you, man. Yeah. I'm just gonna let Elon Musk do his thing. Yeah, I'm gonna let Elon do it. I trust in Elon, and Elon we trust.
You got to. Dude, there's this telescope, the James Webb Space Telescope.
Yeah.
Man, I've been waiting for that thing to drop for like
years.
So long.
It's been pushed back so many times. So many times.
Man, that thing looks so sweet. I cannot wait to see. So you
just
know,
opens up
the the Hubble and the first image where they did the long exposure.
Yeah, it's a deep field.
Yeah.
The deep field Hubble telescope where they took like just a massive photo exposure of the deepest part of it.
Of the photo, it's got a name. I can't remember.
It's deep field.
Deep field?
Yeah,
okay,
deep field Hubble.
So that was like obviously a revolutionary photo in terms of our knowledge of space, and you know this telescope is about to do the exact same thing. It's going to lapse that, you know, in terms of what it can see and what it can tell us. And it's like I'm super excited because I feel like I'm going to live through like almost a scientific revolution. You know?
Oh, hell yeah.
Because just, I mean, yeah, it had to be shocking seeing that, the deep field photo back then, and all of a sudden realizing like, oh my God, there's so much out there. If you haven't seen the photo, just Google it, deep field Hubble.
Oh yeah.
It's incredible.
It's fucking insane. And you can you could scroll into it and get real deep.
You can get massive resolution.
I just saw, there's a guy that does What the Math on YouTube, and he's a physicist. He's living in China, I think, right now, or Japan, and he's a Russian guy, but he's a physicist, astrophysicist, and he talks about like all these space discoveries, like the black hole photo and all that, and then like breaks it down mathematically, and then he runs simulations and tries to show you simulations of it, which is pretty cool. And he just said something about how they recalculated on the Hubble Deep Field, and what they thought were like 1.7 billion different galaxies. They ended up redoing the math and getting even more data from going deeper into the photo, and they think that it's on this like somewhere in the 1.7 trillion, like a whole
I think I heard about off. That. There was a new discovery that basically submitted that Earth is a lot closer to a local black hole or something.
To the local black, to the actual inside of Sagittarius.
So sick, dude. If I could go out in any way, if I had the choice.
Oh, dude, suck me in a black hole.
Suck me in, baby.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I want to know.
Dude,
I don't care if I get spaghettified.
And the cool thing is they say, like, the data remains on, like, the surface of the black hole. Yeah, so just, at some point, someone, if they could ever figure out how to retain that data, they could rebuild your bitch ass and put you back in fucking 1,000,000 years from now. And you would have, like, never aged because you would have been snapped into that specific space and time, right? That you fall into that black hole and that your data's saved and preserved right there on the surface. That would be so sick. Dude.
So insane. I mean, like, I just want to, you know, obviously it's a total sci-fi shit, but, like, going into a wormhole, like, these are things that are theoretically possible.
Oh,
you know?
100%.
It's just we don't know how we would ever... how we would ever build machines that could handle them and
we would need
required to get to these things and stuff like that. But
we need some kind of fucking weird matter that repulses it.
Yeah, if we can hang on long enough as a species, which
it's questionable.
That's
questionable. Yeah.
Now taking bets.
But if you think about it, right? Like we've come this far, right? And we have nuclear bombs. Mm-hmm. We have the ability to destroy the entire planet, and there are still thousands of tribes that have not been contacted by humans that are still living in the Stone Age.
So much of the
in
Earth
2020.
Yeah.
Right? So like if that's possible, we're alien to those people and they are us.
Mm-hmm.
I have some hope for civilization, because those motherfuckers ain't dead. They ain't gone. They ain't been wiped the fuck out completely. Like, so obviously even primitive humans in a technologically advanced age can find a way to survive.
Oh, yeah.
So I have some hope
for most of humanity without the modern amenities.
Yeah, and
you
just
essentially just repeat the traditions and the lessons and stuff, the way of life, and it works.
Yeah, but the fact that they're still around, like disease, because like COVID, we're all freaking out about COVID. These motherfuckers can't take the flu, right?
And they don't even know it's happening, probably.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, definitely if they're like uncontacted.
Yeah, but they might have like the COVID could be floating over their village, and someone could get it, and then it's just something that they're dealing with in their village. It could wipe out some villages, it could not. The same with flu. That's why we don't go to most uncontacted villages, because
spread your diseases.
Yeah, just the basic shit that we're good with, they fucking die.
Mm-hmm.
But how is it that they live on the same planet that have all these diseases and they don't catch them?
Well, they're in a small, like a smaller ecosystem, you know.
Yeah, but flu, like, it's in the air, like it's everywhere.
Well, they probably experience it too.
Yeah, but like, how is our flu from? If I were to give them flu, kill them. But flu that they catch in the air is
because,
different.
Like, the viruses that we transmit amongst each other in our local areas and stuff
are stronger.
Well, they might be stronger because they have to be stronger to survive and fight modern medicine.
Yeah, that was just like more of a question. Stronger.
Yeah, exactly.
But
have you ever heard of North Sentinel Island?
Yeah, that's where the dude recently got like fucking
got shot up with arrows.
Just ganked.
I believe.
He took
I don't know how recent it was. Well,
it was like a couple years ago. It was a couple
2008 or 2000.
I feel like 2016, an older guy tried to go there preaching to him, and he got in on a boat.
Yeah.
And they fucking snatched his ass up. No one's seen him again. Yeah. And like the guy that they paid to take him in on the boat, he ended up getting hit with an arrow.
Damn.
And like, I was like, oh, I ain't never going back there. Fuck that. But the dude paid him good money to go out there, and he was just like a preacher trying to fucking preach the word, and he had heard that these people had not been contacted. And like, there's that old video like from the helicopter when they found the island, and like they're shooting arrows from the fucking beach side at him. And that shit's crazy. And that was from like the 80s. Like, that shit is insane. They fucking... And there's so many other tribes. Like, how much of the Northwest woods are just not... just have never seen man that we know of?
Oh, tons, dude. Yeah, there's so many forests and like massive just areas. You know what's crazy to me though is to think that at a certain time, if you can rewind far enough, you can probably see layers uncovered of civilizations and people that were here before us. In these areas. Like, I mean,
shit, Seattle's got a city underneath it already.
10 million years ago or something, that this wasn't a desert climate. You know, like this area on the planet wasn't some completely different climate where different things grew, different animals and things thrived. And
which makes sense. I mean, it makes sense.
Probably sound somewhat like an idiot, but
well, I mean, we're both, when it comes to, neither one of us are fucking archaeologists.
We are not experts.
No, we're
learned doctors, and that is it.
Yeah, we only play doctors on TV and podcasts. That's from like Dory Monson or the it was the men's room, KSW, and 3 of them played doctors on TV.
I used to listen to that all the time when I was a kid. So, you remember when MP3 players came out?
Oh yeah. I had me a little Sony fucking refurbished MP3 player. Shit was dope.
I didn't, but I really wanted one. And I remember, I think it was for Christmas or for a birthday or something, but I got a, air quotes here, MP3 player from my parents. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with the brand Kobe, like C-O-B-Y.
I am indeed.
Very cheap electronics.
Very cheap. That was my first one. That was my first.
So get this, this thing was a Kobe, and straight up on the packaging it said MP3 player, and it had like, you know, the little sticker that they put over the screens that has like a mock-up of the display.
Everything on it.
Dude, this straight up said, you know, song number 12 out of 15, because you can only fit like that many songs in there.
Yeah.
And like it was like showing the title and the progress of the song, whatever. Well, get this, I peel that little thing off, put batteries in it, and turn it on. It's a fucking FM radio. That's all it is. It's an FM radio with a little dial on the side. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, and my parents, of course, they thought, oh, it's an MP3 player, sweet. So, you know, of course, they were just trying to get me the thing that I really wanted as a kid.
But it's not.
It was not it. It was not it. And I was very upset. But living in a, you know, pretty Christian home growing up, wasn't exactly encouraged to listen to the men's room. You know?
Oh yeah, no, that would have been forbidden. Oh hell yeah. My stepdad listened. I was not allowed.
Exactly, but so I had this FM radio. So I would at night I put my headphones in and I'd listen to like Ricker at night, or I'd listen to like whoever was on back then, and it was good times. It was like my discovery of radio and like rock music, especially because I was allowed to listen to like Christian rock.
Yeah, same.
We weren't ever really experiencing like secular music, you know, that wasn't Christian music.
Yeah, nah, Supertones. That was like that was big. Yeah.
Or like Newsboys.
Yeah. Fucking 3 Days Grace when they first Skillet.
They were Christian.
Yeah.
I actually was listening to some Skillet the other day, like Alien Youth, those like old songs.
Yeah.
Like these go pretty hard. You know?
Yeah, it was crazy, and it was insane. My dad, though, my stepdad, he gave me a cassette tape with it was called Ode to Iron Maiden, and it was a bunch of metal bands doing Iron Maiden songs. So I never really actually heard Iron Maiden for years. I just heard all of their songs covered from different bands, and so it changed drastically from song to song. You have deep throaty guys doing it, and then guys that could sing and kind of like hit. So there were some pretty good songs that I liked on that from other bands that I didn't like so much in actual Iron Maiden.
Yeah, that's funny. So you like kind of didn't like Iron Maiden, but you like these songs by
Iron, yeah, that were done real well from other songs. But I fucking enjoy like most of Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
There was just a couple of songs that like these other guys I feel did better than even Iron Maiden on their own song.
You know what I've noticed too, especially with music like that, there's songs. So for example, there's an album that I like, band called Emery. They have an album,
Okay.
One of their earlier albums, and it's one of my favorites. But the first song that I heard from that album was from a mix CD. And you remember, like, you could not only could you like make mix CDs, but you could buy them at a store.
Yeah.
It'd be like, you know, 30 different tracks from a bunch of different bands, all maybe in the same genre or something.
Yeah. Whatever, like you could get the kids ones was like the Now Pops and shit like that. Yeah, the Now's 37 or 450.
But
I'm surprised that's not still around.
I found that band on that CD, and I loved that song. And I listened to it so many times that, like, probably a year or so later, when I ended up picking up a CD by them, and it was that album, like, that song still just, it actually sounds different to me, like, because I associate it with the memory of, like, oh, I love this band, I love this. And so it's just weird, like, even to this day when I'm listening to that album, because I like to listen, like, from kind of start to finish.
Yeah.
And it's the first song, and it always just sounds so much different than the rest to me, because it's like, it's a totally different space that I experienced it in a totally different context. So, like, to not like the actual Iron Maiden songs, I can totally see how that could be a thing, because the ones that you heard were your originals.
Exactly. And so when you hear even the original, you're like, well, that's not my original, so it doesn't feel right. It just doesn't have the same to it. But then I got lucky and had one of those dual recording ones, so I would fucking go to KISW late at night when they'd play the metal, and then I would record the cassette, and I made like a fucking little mixtape, and I put that in my Walkman and fucking listen to that.
I used to really want. What's your Instagram? Why can't I find you?
Should be Skate Richwood TV.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, Richwood Skate TV. I always say that backwards because it's.
Do you log in on your computer?
Yeah.
You check it out here in a second. So this guy took
this speech. So have you ever heard of this, Fred? They've actually talked about it on my mom's house.
Oh, the guy that fucking...
He's the mega church pastor.
Yeah, this dude, he's like, don't you ever say that to a lady's eyes pop out.
Rewind this and then pause it real quick. Because basically, so this guy... Stop. This guy turns this speech that the sermon that the pastor's giving into a song. But the thing is, he doesn't edit what the guy is saying at all. So he plays music to this guy naturally speaking, and it's crazy because he makes like a real structured song out of it, and yet there's times where like he has to completely change the timing of certain things because he's not chopping up to
he's fitting the music to the guy.
In a conversation, and it's like it's so cool, and it takes so much skill to do that and to make it sound cohesive. And so like first of all, shout out to this guy, but
Metal Kenneth Copeland.
Yeah. Anyways, you gotta check this out because this is the mega church pastor demanding that COVID-19 just goes away.
Yeah, okay, I've seen this
it.
video too.
And this guy makes
the
sick
metal
music
version
to
of
it.
it. Let's hear it. This is fucking awesome. This is so perfect. Yeah. Oh, and he's playing the bass and everything. It shows him cutting back and forth between the guitar and the bass. Means probably did the drums fucking somewhere else. He's like, I don't have a big enough camera to capture all of that. This is so fucking perfect. That's a super nice bass, dude. He ain't fucking playing around with that shit. And a super nice guitar. Oh, that's beautiful. The guy that's in the background, the hype man. No more! No more! Finish! Damn, that's a beautiful little riff there too. That is so sick.
Much respect for being able to make that musically and like just comedically. It's awesome.
Dude, that's so fucking awesome. That was amazing. Hell yeah. Go and check him out, guys.
Yeah, it was a good time. I've actually had that stuck in my head all day.
That's so fucking awesome.
Okay, well, have you heard that Trump rant song? So you remember that press conference where he was doing, and then he gets like kind of helped down the ramp, and at the last like step he takes kind of like a bigger step.
Oh yeah, starts
another press conference. Like after that, he talked about how he was at a rally. He was hyping himself up and saying like, I ran down the last 10 feet of the ramp, and I sprinted and whatever.
Oh yeah, he like makes a joke about it.
He just straight up takes like one step, and it's like, what are you talking about? He's trying to talk about how he's so much stronger than Biden or whatever. And he's like, I ran down the ramp.
Which is so funny, like Joe Biden talking. He's like, I fucking beat him up, fat, and then he broke his ankle playing with his dog in 6 places.
The videos of like the I think the like spoof videos of Trump are funny, but for some reason the Biden ones make me laugh harder. Maybe it's because it's more fresh, you know?
It is sort of more fresh now. Yeah, it's just been 4 years of Trump shit. That's the biggest thing for me. It's just been my Facebook at least. It's just been filled with just like Trump and dicks in his hands and shit. And I'm like, all right, but the Biden sniffing a boot. Did you see that? That one was fucking hilarious because he's got like a broken foot boot. And he's like got the, when he has a little Asian girl and he's sniffing her hair, they fucking took her out and put a fucking boot in his hand and sniffing the boot. This shit was hilarious.
This is like straight up a really catchy song. Like this sounds like it could be a Daft Punk song.
This shit is
also
also
I've seen this one
too.
I feel like I've seen this one, yeah.
This
This one's good. This one's good.
It's like a really recent song.
They fucking auto-tuned him perfectly.
I love that people can just do this stuff. Like, the internet.
Dude, the internet wins every time. The internet wins every time. I can't wait until people start making memes of us. That'll be great.
This is
legit. This is legit.
That's like a great song.
The ramp was probably 10 yards long. Now the question is on COVID. I think you're going to have a big surprise, a beautiful surprise, sooner than anybody would think. But the answer is
It's beautiful. The one with the dicks in his hands is hilarious where he's dancing. And he's got two cartoon dicks in his hands. They got faces on the head. They're just like, did he have a scotch in his hand?
No, it was a couple water.
Damn, they fucking made a full-on track. That's over almost 4 minutes long.
Alright, so with that said, Linda,
I have a question for you. What do you think is your greatest accomplishment in your eyes?
Yeah, put Mario and shit. The fall was definitely bad.
Whoever made this has skill.
Oh, for sure. Oh, it is water. I wonder if they got copyright struck from the video. Just because it's got all the Fox I've been wondering about that because I'm doing a video that I'm looking to use some election stuff in it, and I'm having to try to find out whether or not I can actually use some of the footage and shit. Yeah, so I've been most election speeches are, but not all the video of the speeches are.
That's from a network or something.
Yeah, but I think if they're from the White House directly, then they're open public domain.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm looking into it. I'm looking into it. That shit's awesome. Go and check out, what's this? Skromoho? Skromoyoho? Skomoho?
Who knows? Just look up Trump first ramp.
Yeah. Songify 2020. You will laugh your nuts off. I promise.
Well.
Yeah.
It's been a cool hour 45.
Yeah. We've, I feel like we've accomplished.
Yeah.
We've accomplished.
Climbed the mountain.
We have hit the mountain.
Time flies.
Dude. Yeah.
It really does. I realized like it's 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
I started getting hungry. And then it triggered me to think like, what time is it?
It tends to get that way. Like a good hour to an hour and a half, 2 hours is like, you really know it about the 2 hour mark that you've been doing it, because then you start to get hungry. You're like, shit, I might have to take a piss. Like all those things start to come. An hour seems to just go by, but that next hour is like starts to get to the draggy point. All right, people, we appreciate you for tuning in, and stay classy. Seattle, the rest of the world too, like you always do. Tune in for the next one. We'll send out links, all that. Follow us, check us out. Spreaker, and at Squeaky Door Productions Radio on Spreaker, and check us out at Richwood Skate TV on Instagram, and Richwood Skateboards on Facebook, and your Instagram.
My Instagram's private.
Oh, alright, well, there you go.
But if you really want to follow me, at Andrew U.
Yeah, with underscores.
Between each syllable. If you really want to figure it out, you'll find me.
Back. Alright. And then, yeah, please listen to us on Spreaker. It helps us out big time because we can monetize there. So listen to the fucking ads, and we love you.
We do.
Bye-bye!
We'll be here next time. Make sure you are too.
Yeah.